Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, we're here to showcase the power of a 5'9" two-way point guard build in NBA 2K25. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are asking the question when you hear that, how two-way can a 5'9" point guard even be? Are they not just going to get bodied down low in the paint? Can they even protect their own drive? Can they even get bumpy on ball or anything like that? So we're here to answer that in today's video. Not to mention, I just want to have an open, honest dialogue about how these builds can actually perform in game. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on noties, all good stuff. And like always, try this one to 2,000 likes. So out the gate, you're going to see Bonnie sitting low on the screen. I try and send Joey on a rotate, and oh my god. If anything, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I understand that some are very skeptical about 5'9" builds being out here in the park and stuff, but man, the tall builds are even more skeptical to be had. I thought Joey would be able to make that rotate right there, but he's on a 7-footer right here, and obviously that was a tough travel for him. But anyway, obviously, you know, I was trying to get Bonnie a decent start to the game right there, get me mixed into the back end, because that's where I'm trying to be. I'm trying to guard the center and have Joey on the spot up, aka the lockdown over there. So this is good ball right here, in my opinion. Have me on the back side of the screen, have Bonnie guarding ball, and then we're going to obviously have Joey in the corner as well as like a dropper. So right there, good wall up on the mash, but don't get the defensive rebound, so he gets the O board. Back out to the point guard with 10 seconds left. Again, you can see I'm still hedging a little bit too high for Bonnie, and that's the realistic part about this too, is these builds can handle themselves a lot better than you would really give them credit for. So a lot of this game, you're going to see maybe me showing too much help for Bonnie as well in the paint to compensate. Right there, I got to say though, holy moly, crazy lane. You can see that dude Dimes right there getting out on the break. 7-3 lead for them. So obviously a really bad start to us. Obviously I had that, you know, forced rotation to the corner, and then they got the 3 off that, another 3, and then the 2-point shot that they just got in transition as well. So right here, we're going to Joey with the guard on him, trying to take advantage of the smaller matchup. Doesn't get it, but I get the O board, so we're going back to him again. You know, again, obviously the whole point of a two-way point guard build as well, that I do want to make a little bit of the point of, is that because Bonnie's going to come out here and play solid defense, and I can be on the backside as well, we can get a little bit more of an offensive 3, if you will, on our team right there. So again, you know, you're going to see a couple, you know, grain of salt takes right there, where yes, he did get taken to the basket and can't defend himself in the paint the greatest. But obviously, it's a long gameplay. Plenty of stuff for you guys to see as far as the display for the point guard build. Right here, nice little slip setup. You can see it's toward the side that's away from the big man in the corner right there. I've obviously explained this in a lot of videos. You know what? Let's just go ahead and break it down, though, for those who don't know. So when I do these slips, I'm really trying to get away from the spot up. So what I like to do is slip from the left side of the court if the spot up's on the left side as well. So as you can see, boom, like I like to call these the curl offs a little bit. So when I curl it off in this angle like this, it sets up for a good alley-oop if one of the guys played back into the lane, or even if the corner dropped off as well. Obviously in this case, he's a small guard, so he's not as much of an impact, but if it were a taller player, those lob setups make it a lot easier to avoid any help defense, or just make it a really easy time on your point guard to make a read. He doesn't have to go too crazy with anything. So I do want to let you guys know, I've watched this gameplay back, and there are a lot of instances like that where, I mean, that's obviously a blown wide open layup. That's pretty tough. But a lot of the display of defense that you're going to see in today's vid that I'm trying to get you guys to see about Bonnie, it's going to be toward the late end of the gameplay. So just understand that's how it is. And I'm also going to show you the build that I ended up creating as well. But anyway, right here, you can see playing pretty good on-ball D. He's getting pretty bumpy right there, forcing the guard to hit the snatch back. He fights over to the side of the screen that he's running toward. Really good defense. I'm here to wall up on the interior with the big. Joey running around that little off-ball decks, and as you can see, we get a nice little stop right there. All right, so a couple good possessions yet to come, even still. Again, we had a pretty slow start to the gameplay right there, where we were down like 7-3. But anyway, matchups all good for them. Again, they have the point guard on Joey, which, again, you know, if Bonnie weren't able to create any offense, that's something that we can at least resort to, is the fact that we have a point guard guarding our post scorer in the corner. You know, he could either even shoot over his head, he could do all types of stuff. Right here, you can see Bonnie seals him in to the wing and gets the pluck on him. That was really good execution by him on that play. And now you can see I'm just slowing it down, trying to get us a nice little reset, going back to Bonnie on this. So, you know, going back into the pick and roll. Joey, the point guard, is intimidated, understands he's gonna have to jump to contest the shot. However, unfortunate miss. You know, it wasn't Joey's best gameplay, and obviously he's not really the build that I'm trying to showcase in today's vid. So he's just on the, you know, kind of bad side of things as far as the display here. But anyway, getting kind of locked up by the lockdown right there, hitting me for the advance. Right here, I'm setting Joey a pin down. Again, to no avail, but it is what it is. We're going to go to him once again as well. And I know you may be thinking, how lame, right? We're posting up a freaking point guard on threes. But listen, They could be doing the exact same thing, fellas. They could just leave the point guard on Bonnie, but guess what? This guy doesn't have the defense to be doing that. They don't want to put him on Bonnie by any means. They want him on something that's only going to result in 2-point baskets more likely than not. And I'm not going to lie, that's not entirely true with Joey being in the corner either, because bro can definitely just catch it and shoot right over his head, for that matter. But anyway, right here, I low-key had an opportunity to mash, but I don't want to do anything too crazy, so we're going to go ahead and just reset this one. You're going to see me run this pick and roll. I'm trying to curl it off for the slip on the alley-oop, and oh my god, we almost get that to go, even with him sitting low right there. So now you can see in transition, a little bit of a tough matchup where Joey's stuck on the center and I'm on the point guard. So this is a little bit more hybrid than what you've been seeing, where normally it's Bonnie on ball with me on back end and Joey corner D. In this case, it's me on ball with Joey back end, and this sets up for a decent like drop setup, if you will, where I can play really high on the point guard and both of us have ability to block the shots, but then it's harder to play the pop. Whereas I have more mobility on the back end, so the pick and pop is a lot easier to pick up. But anyway, I end up reaching on this anyway, so it's not even a big deal. I was playing for the bump right there. You can see he switches his ball hand really good back to his right. I thought it was going to end up in his left hand, but either way, now we get the arrows a little bit more set up. Not entirely even still though. Me and Joey are going to have to get a nice little switch off right here if we can control it. As you can see, the big man does move up, so we are able to get that off. And now, as you can see, the point guard is still at least intimidated enough to not take that shot opportunity. Now, this is where the lack of versatility does shine through. Obviously, you can see he gets matched up on the big man, and that's where it's a tougher ordeal for us to deal with when, obviously, if you get the point guard matched up on the center, or even the lockdown for that matter, it can be kind of tough sometimes. Right here, they're paying a lot of mind to him, obviously not trying to let him get the ball back, so I just take that opportunity to get a bucket myself. You know, if they're going to play two guys playing the lane on him, I'll just definitely take it down to get an easy dunk or something like that. But anyway, you can see, again, he's trying to get like a little dancey through the screen. He's sitting underneath it. Right here, he's able to cheat through it really good. I'm here for the mash D, get a good jump timing on that, and then we're able to just reset to Bonnie right there. So now, we got the point guard stuck on him. This is a matchup that we like. It's the big guy on the back end and the point guard on Bonnie. It's not exactly a great look for them because obviously now they have the lock stuck on Joey. Lock probably wants to make a play, but guess what? Bonnie's sparking that thing in the big man's face because that's not where he belongs on the pick and roll D, and neither does the point guard either. And again, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, and as you can see, Bonnie gets the pluck steal and out in transition for the layup again. So my point being here is that the point guard ended up, you know, 3 for 4, no 3-pointers or anything like that, 2 turnovers, and wasn't guarding ball or anything like that. He was just guarding the post-ups and stuff like that. And even still, obviously was a little bit of a deficiency in that regard because obviously we were trying to go to Joey quite a bit. And then also on that front, Bonnie not only was almost flawless point guard in terms of the gameplay here, but also contributed the 2 steals and just good on-ball defense in general. And I'm telling you, against more common traditional style teams like this that run a very organized, clean pick and roll where it's role players everywhere, it's a true point guard, lockdown, and center, that's where these types of builds really shine through. Now, when it's the kind of random ball, if you will, and I'm not here to discredit that by any means, but when it's people running like 666 or something like that, obviously you will struggle with a build like this if you're not a competent offensive player. So I will 100% acknowledge the fact that to be on a 5'9" and truly be successful with it, I think you need to be a good offensive player on the sticks. I think you need to bring something to the table in terms of being a pick and roll threat. I think you need to potentially, you could still even make a build with dunk on it for that matter when you make one of these 5'9s. But they're definitely valuable builds, I must say though. I mean, these builds can truly come out here and play both ways on the court, and they're definitely here to stay, in my opinion. You may not see them consistently, but the people who do run them, I think they at least have enough confidence in themselves to be able to run something like this. So anyway, I'm going to showcase the build to you guys real quick, but I just wanted to show you that quick gameplay. Shout out to Bonnie too. I'm going to have his channel linked in the description of this video, or maybe even the pinned comments, or I'm going to just show you the channel as well real quick so you guys can go see where you can find some content from him, because he's going to get on his YouTube grind, as you can see right here, Bonnie2K, and I'm really excited to see if you guys would, you know, show him some support. I want to truly, genuinely help one of my boys out who I have a big amount of belief in as far as a content creator and how he can truly like turn himself into a YouTuber. All right, so as you can see, my man is a little bit of a meme lord here. Honestly, fire profile picture too. Either way, he's at 220 subs right now as of me recording this. Let's try and get him to 700 subscribers. That would be fire if you guys could show him some support as genuine viewers of mine. If you want to show him some love, you guys may have even seen him or heard him in the comms of my Pro-Am games and stuff like that in past years. He plays a lot of point guard, shooting guard. He's a great shooter, good two-way like player, defender, all that stuff. So if you're interested in that type of content, he's going to be the type of player that you're looking at as far as like giving you some tips on like how to, you know, play well as that type of build, or obviously jump shots, animations that are related to that, dribbling, stuff like that. So if you're looking for some intel on how to play as an outside PG in this game, he's definitely another really good plug as far as somewhere to find this type of information. But anyway, let's go ahead and showcase his build. Obviously you can see it in this video as well, but we're gonna outsource that a little bit into this one for those who obviously aren't, you know, gonna go with his channel. But because of that, obviously I want to plug his channel a little bit right here and get you guys on his. So anyway, go show him some love, drop a sub, it'll be in the comments, it'll be in the description, wherever you may find it. But anyway, into the build. All right, so this is the build we decided to cook up for Bonnie right here. As you can see, we're just gonna read from top to bottom. Having 80 driving layup gives you the Trae Young floater and like the layup package in general. It's a really good floater package, and as you can see, has silver physical finisher because of the strength that we decided to put on it as well, and that was more for defensive purposes. With 96 three-pointer, it's obviously going to be enough for a lot of important badges like Shifty and Limitless being at like a new cap, and also just in general everything on Hall of Fame. And as you can see, we have a useless quote-unquote 97 steal, but the plan with this is to use your first cap break points into 2 steal and 3 three-pointer, and that's going to get you at 99-3 with a 99 steal as well for legend badges in all those regards. And then also with the agility that we have on this, it's going to be enough for legend shifty shooter as well. So definitely in terms of the cap break potential that you got with this build, that's a big deal. And that's what his video is actually about, for that matter too, is speaking on the potential with a build like this. But anyway, with 92 ball handle, you get access to pretty much every sig in the game, as well as the golden pluckable. 91 speed with ball is going to give you pretty much every dribble style that's worth running, as well as you can see, Hall of Fame lightning launch. And then pair that with 96 prim D for Hall of Fame on-ball menace. We got like gold pick dodger, Hoff challenger, stuff like that. Enough block to actually even still get some jump contest and jumps in the paint in general. And I'd like to think this build can actually still hold its own in the paint a little bit. It has to be against builds that are at least similar height though. And obviously that's the concern with a build like this. However, a lot of times you can either just tie them up, aka putting them in the clinch, like I was showing you guys in yesterday's video, if you want to check that out, with the triple interceptor lineup they were running against, where when he gets stuck on bigs, he can just kind of foul spam or reach spam, which is a really annoying way to play the game, but obviously it's some way that you can kind of hold your own on a build like this against taller builds. And for that matter, you know, obviously it's going to be able to pluck the ball sometimes as well on layups, or even just in general while people are backing you down. Anyway, 88 speed with an 86 agility, and as you can see, the strength is a very niche, intricate thing about this, where we decided to get the immovable enforcer on bronze, as well as you can see, it comes with the physical finisher and the strong handle on gold as well. So a lot of things included with this build. I'd like to think it's a very capable point guard build. It has good enough pass ac in my opinion to handle itself at PG, and again, good shooting, great shooting guard build for that matter, and for a park build as far as threes, really good. Now, I did mention as well in the video that we're going to talk about its capabilities on twos. I'm not going to lie, fellas, it's going to be a tough time on twos playing with the build this short. It's just how it is. You know, there's a lot of like size matters on twos kind of aspect to it, and when you're coming out here with the 5'9", you better really be about your stuff on offense, because it's going to be tough for you to really handle yourself on defense, even still with a build like this that has great defensive ratings. Now, again, for fives, threes, stuff like that, where it's not just make it, take it, 2-point efficiency, it's plenty capable. You can handle the you know, kind of BS that happens with you just getting paint mashed with a build like this from time to time. But again, you still need to be a good offensively capable player. If you can't hit your jump shots, if you can't create offense on the, you know, offensive end, it's going to be a tough time for sure. But as far as what this brings to the table two-way potential, I think it's really, really good. And in the right hands like his, I think it's just a great build. But anyway, that's all for video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on noties, all good stuff. Like always, try to 1 to 2,000 likes. And if you made it to the end of the video and you want to show your support, put Bonnie or put YouTube in the comments, show support your way through. And again, let's go ahead and get him to like 700 subs. I think that'd be fire. I know it's maybe a lofty goal. It may not actually happen, but it's genuinely one of my boys that I got some love for on this game. And I'd love to see him actually try and turn this, you know, YouTube into something like for real, you know? So again, at least give him an opportunity, give him a chance, you know, and obviously if you like the content, hopefully you can remain a viewer of his as well. But I want to at least like shout him out and at least give him an opportunity, you know? So anyway, that's all for video. I hope you all enjoyed. None of that. Take it easy, man. Peace.